Doug Gottlieb in for Colin. This is The Herd on Fox Sports Radio, Fox Sports 1, the iHeartRadio app. Chris Broussard continues with us in studio. Odd Couple with Rob Parker every evening on Fox Sports Radio, 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, you see him on all of our shows here on Fox Sports 1. So now there's starting to be some post-mortem on the Kevin Durant era in Golden State. One report says that the argument with Draymond Green is the reason that he left. There's other reports that say he didn't love playing for Steve Kerr. There's other reports that say he couldn't break through because, you know, Steph Curry was always Steph Curry, and Steph Curry's married, and he's single, and they just didn't have any sort of off-the-court relationship. Right. What do you make of all the post-mortem stories as to why he left?
Well, look, the Kerr situation, I don't know anything about whether or not he disliked Steve Kerr. What I do know about is that Kerr's offense was heavy into moving the ball and passing, and Durant could fit that to a degree. But there was also a part of Durant that wanted to go ISO a lot. And we saw that last year in the Houston series. So that, we know there was some friction there. I don't know about any of the other stuff. How you could not like Steve Kerr is hard to imagine, you know, knowing him. People, you know, he's one of the nicest guys in the league. He's a player's coach for sure. As far as the Draymond thing, what I'm told is they got past it to a degree, but they were close before that, hanging out and stuff. They never got back to that level. They were cool. We seen, you know, pictures of them talking and walking.
Cross that imaginary line that you just can't
get back there. And here's the thing, beyond the face value of it, the face value of why that, you know, just taking it as face value, obviously it was bad. He's calling him the B word and all that stuff. But here's the deal. What I do know is that Durant felt that when he went to Golden State, now there was nothing the Warriors said or did, you know, they made little jokes like Bob Myers. That added to this. But there was a feeling Durant got of that the organization felt like, we saved you. You know, it wasn't said like that, but that, hey, we saved you. You needed championships. You got them here.
And I'm sure he felt like he saved them,
yes,
which I actually think is accurate.
Well, he certainly felt that way. We don't know whether or not it's accurate. And obviously the Warriors can say it's not accurate. We won without you. They think they would have won that second year if Draymond's not suspended. But yeah, so there's this sense of that, right? Nobody comes out and says it, but there's a sense you're getting as Kevin Durant when you're there that they feel like they saved me, like they showed me, they got me, made me a winner, got me a championship. And then Bob Myers jokes about it, and then Draymond flat out says it. That's why that cut so hard with Durant, in addition to just what it was on face value.
He strikes me, and like, look, as you know, I'm the one who said I thought he's been the best player in the league for last couple of years.
Right.
It wasn't just like when people started saying.
Now, how did you feel when he went there? Were you among those that killed him?
No, I got it. I understood because I watched him play 1-on-2 or 1-on-3 against the Warriors at the end of that series, and I'm like, I understood.
Well, 2-on-3.
Huh?
2-on-3.
Well, no, but when he got, if you go back and watch, when they're up 3-1, the Warriors basically started not guarding Steven Adams and Andre Robertson.
Right.
They had, so Steven Adams, so whoever their guard, so Draymond Green, in addition, Andre Iguodala is guarding him, and then Draymond Green's right at the elbow.
And their offense was so unimaginative.
It's not just, there's not much you can do. I remember getting in arguments with people on radio in Oklahoma City. Why don't they have ball movement? Like, okay, move the ball to Steven Adams, see what happens.
Right.
Move the ball to Andre Robertson, see what happens. So I understood, like, in his mind, he was like, look, if I just get the space and I get LeBron on an island, I'm better than he is.
Right.
And so that's why he went there. He just strikes me, though, as a guy who his defense for the social media stuff is that's how I like to roll. I like to come back at people.
Right.
He strikes me as the guy that can dish it but can't take it. And when they're busting his chops, or his lower intestines, if you will, they're busting chops over like, yeah, dude, you know, like, you're not a splash brother. He can't take it.
Right.
It really bothers him, and he's in his feelings about it.
Yeah, and you're right. Like, and that's the thing, because we did something on our show, Rob Parker and I said, look, because Durant, that is his defense. Look, I grew up with social media. I'm on social media. People talk about me. I'm going to go at them. You know, that's why I text Stephen A. or DM, whatever it was, when he's on the air. He's DM me when I'm on the air. He's like, you put my name in your mouth, I'm going at you. There's an element of that's gangster.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, is Kevin Durant sensitive or is he gangster? The problem is the burner accounts. The burner, that's not gangster.
Yes.
And that shows you're overly sensitive. And then responding to every little thing. It might be a 12-year-old in his mom's basement Instagramming or something, and you respond. So that shows the sensitivity. But Durant, let me say this about Durant and Kawhi, because this is one reason I did not kill Durant. I was on TV with Stephen A. Smith when Durant announced he's going to Golden State.
Right.
Stephen A. was killing him. I didn't, because I said, look, in 2 years, when Durant has 2 championships and at least 1 finals MVP, he ended up with 2, nobody's going to be criticizing him. In fact, they may be praising him as the best player in the world. And lo and behold, you and others think he's the best player in the world. So for those that would say for Kawhi, if you go to the Lakers, oh, you'll get lost, you won't get credit. No. I mean, we saw it with Durant. Durant went to a more table set situation, if you will, and ended up coming out of it looking like the best player in the world. Kawhi could do the same.
It's interesting because I've had guys tweet at me that I said a long time ago, like the only thing missing from LeBron's legacy was multiple championships and to be the greatest player ever. And the reason that I don't believe he's the greatest player ever is because I've watched all of these championships and they're not all the same. And, you know, like, again, like the thing about KD, it wasn't that he won the championships. It wasn't that they won. It was that he was the best player on the court and that he was better in the second half and guarding LeBron and being guarded by LeBron. It was the context that actually mattered to me. And I would say the same thing about Kawhi. I'm not going to make a statement about what it'll look like until I actually see it.
And Durant, and you know this, obviously having played at a high level, I agree with you. Durant was the best player in those finals. However, you know it's easier to be that great when you got Steph and Clay and Draymond. You know, the attention that they draw from you.
You're going to go to the stat argument. I'm
just saying
guessing.
It was easier he had an easier road than LeBron in those finals.
Okay. We forget the first year when LeBron had his full slate of players. We'll go inside the mind of Kevin Durant next in The Herd.